Count Collier, as I said earlier on, there were loans with interest. They were not businessmen, they were friends. My friends have been described as businessmen. Impression that they're captains of industry is very far from the truth. They are people who assist me at a particular time because they knew the circumstances. And I accepted that only on the basis that there were loans with interest, and that's the position. I think every person that's appointed to a state board, whether appointed by myself or my colleagues, is a person who we believe is qualified for that appointment, and their appointments based on merit, taking into account a particular combination of skills, qualifications, background and life experience that each person has. And the people, that if they're people I know, and in a long political career, I know an awful lot of people that are appointed to boards and key boards. And I knew these people, they had relevant skills, they had experience. 3 of the 5 had been in state boards long before they gave me any loan. And I think the other 2 would be considered by any fair examination of being outstanding people and serve the state well in these boards. So I don't accept that position, Count Collier. I think Deputy Higgins can make the point that all of this is a bit of fun. I don't see it as a bit of fun. I see it as a serious issue. In relation to paying them back and how to pay them back, you're right on that. If I had to pay them back, perhaps the one mistake I made, I should have just paid them back. I'm not worried about the fact of how it would be interpreted. Though I had initiated giving details and documentation to tribunals, I would have been able to stand up and say I paid them back several years. I didn't do it that way because I thought that would be seen as just doing it at that particular time. So I just followed the advice that these things couldn't come out, but that I would just keep the interest and keep the paperwork proper. I should have said to Deputy Rabbit earlier on, just on 2 questions. He asked me, is there documentation of the circumstances of these loans from the individuals, and that the answer to that is yes, comprehensive, and that is with the tribunal as well. And on the issue of the Deutsche Bank and the forgery, and that's I think that issue is finished by the tribunals. But I mention it because again it was a sinister act to try and set me up that I had extensive accounts. But I'm not making a point about that, but it just shows you the things that you have to try and deal to, and that's why I've dealt with the tribunal so comprehensively.
Margaret,